like nothing can work for me today. I've literally spent about an hour trying to get all this set up. First, XSplit wouldn't just open. It kept wanting me to change down. Then the internet security thing kept cancelling everything out. It's 4:05. I've been trying to get things done since 12. I've 4 hours. Good grief. Anyway, hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Sakura Spirit. Yes, we're going to continue the games that make me uncomfortable. As people will know, not really into anime, not into visual novels, and things like that make me uncomfortable. So it's rather good that I'm playing games outside my comfort zone. There has been a video that is now in the works, which I'm not looking forward to. My girlfriend is. So you'll see that when it gets uploaded. Not sure we'll do it yet. Might do it tonight actually if she's up for it. So, we're back to this visual novel, and she has stolen underwear. Happy face. Happy face! So, Oni-sama. I'm assuming that's what it is. I don't think I can run much more. I'm starting to get a little... Yeah. Yes, that's how... Hello! One moment. There you go, you can see it now. Yeah, just a little longer, Maiko-chan. We're almost... Maiko! Maiko, not a headache, not now. Sorry, what is that? Scissor... Oh dear. Oh, this is ridiculous. Right, I'm in nobody's way. I'm in nobody's way now. Scissor attack. Naginata girl. Oh dear. This is getting too much. I arrived just in time to find a scene straight from an action movie. Fox girl with the blonde hair. Yeah, Fox girl. Seemingly being held up in her companion's lap. The two armed girls are approaching them almost unmistakably with killing instincts running amok. Let it go, man. Let it go. Two bitches have got a naginata and a katana. And they're chasing Fox girls. You are on drugs. But if you aren't, walk away. That's not something to get involved in. Any martial artist could feel that. Those two girls would be in for a beating if I did something. Please tell me you're not going to beat up women. We've got you now, thieves. I'm going to personally drag your sorry butts back to town and have you both stocked. What's that? I put in the stocks with the hands and the... What's the naginata for then? Maybe I'll even see how you feel running around without any undies on. You have one pair? Or did they steal like every single one? It's just weird. Yeah, although I must admit having a breeze down there does feel kind of nice. Oh, Jesus. Keeps me feeling fresh and a little bit tingly. I'm just going to be here. Just leave me to it. I shall be happy under this. I'm happy under here. Oh dear. Hikaji, goodness, you have no shame, do you? Quite clearly. There isn't about your nethers. This is about panties and bras stolen. And those two criminals are being brought to justice. How is that going to hold up in court? Especially because you chased them with weapons. How is that legal? Oh, Sama, it hurts. My head hurts. Shh, it's going to be okay, Chibiko. We're just going to get brutally murdered. I'm pretty sure I know why they've stolen this underwear now. Because it looks like they're not wearing any themselves. Hey, you guys. You're so supposed to have your underwear back, then here, catch. Stop right there. Oh no. However, before I was able to interrupt the conversation, the silver-haired fox girl tossed a pair of objects into the air. Seeing whatever they were, two samurai girls were fuzzled by the tossed projectile, whose trajectory was heading straight to my face. For God's sake, I've got no mouths again. Like, I got no mouth. Can you see it? Look, katana. Hang on. It's over here. There. One next to the one with the gun. No mouth. I'm not moving my camera. Alright, you taught me into it. I've moved the camera. So like, I'm blinded. Who the hell tosses at peeling off the projectiles? I've read them likely to that, like a professor examining an important sample. While at the same time, the Fox girls made their escape. A pink bra and lacy black panties. Really? You have one pair of underwear in the entire world? Sorry, but that's your fault. If someone steals it, fair enough. Be annoyed. But if you have to feel the need to kill them because you have one pair of underwear and they've stolen it, your own fault. Sorry, I'm a harsh man, but yes. Oh boy, I knew this wasn't going to end up well. I told you. Honestly, told you. I said you should walk away now. Did you listen to me? No, you didn't. Oh dear, the katana girl. You there. Are you in cahoots with these crafty kitsune? Another one. What's kitsune? Is that like the name of them, or is that just like their name? Or is it like an actual Japanese thing? Give those back immediately. Those are evidence of a crime and not for anyone else to touch. Oh, trust me, love, I have no pleasure whatsoever in handling your undergarments. Drop the panties right now. It's like a cop film. They're like holding a gun to you, like, drop the weapon, not drop your underwear. Drop your panties now. Oh dear. I'm innocent until proven guilty. One of the golden rules of court. Oh, God. Just say, quickly you sort of throw it at my face. Now stop pointing those weapons at me so I can hand over your undies without being turned into a kebab. Did you not notice I just jumped to the left? Alright, she just weirdly moved. Sorry, I don't think I actually recorded. I actually just quickly updated my thing because it was said it was displaying there, it was recorded at 30 frames a second. And I don't know why it does that. I have to change it nearly every time back to 60 frames. For some reason the basic one is 30 frames a second. And sometimes because everything else has been going to pot, I forgot to check. So, sorry about that. What? No, stop. Shut up. Just drop the evidence and walk away. I am Tsuki no Mayo, chief of the village guards. And I am ordering you to drop whatever you're holding right now. Why did you just put it down? Just, if a woman asks you to drop their underwear, drop them. That came out really, really weirdly. My point stands. I don't know any of the village guards. I seriously doubt a cop will go around dressed like that wielding a katana. He has a point. You still haven't dropped the underwear. Please do before she kills you. More importantly, the ground here is muddy and dirty. You're sure I should drop the evidence? I mean, I could, but... Why did you move? Yeah! Oh god, they're going to beat me up. Not the face. How do I throw grenades? Is it just... is there any interaction in visual novels, or is it literally you just click? Because, I mean, this is the time that you need to have the grenades. I mean, what's to fight? What button? Before I could react, the pink-haired woman lunged towards me, the spike of a katana aiming for my gut. Right. We need shield. What's block? Parry. My reflexes caught just in time and I was able to palm away the spear as it sailed through the air. I struck upwards on the wood shaft. Sorry. Of the weapon, sending it up into the air, unbalancing the woman. Oh yeah, bitch. Take that. Narumi, I did not order you to attack. Fine, fine, I'll give them back. Jeez, just my luck to find the girls with weapons. To be the tsundere ones. Another one. Tsundere. You need to teach me all this. Once again, I don't play these games. Is it even a game though, in fairness? Deciding to extend the hand that held the girls their undies, I tried to hand them over. Something that I would end up regretting. She told you to drop them. Oh dear, what happens? Ha! Thinking I'd fall for something so simple, fool. You may have foiled me once, but not twice. Just giving them back. This is a very long scene just for dropping underwear. Again, sounds wrong. Stop twitching! The woman swung her weapon wide, arcing the sick wooden pole into my side before... Will you stop hitting me? Bend. She then lunged forward and grabbed me tightly, pulling my arms around behind my back, leaving me with sore ribs and in a prone position. Oh, hey up. This story's getting interesting. I could have fought back, but I figured it would only lead to more fighting, and possibly being stabbed. Good point. Which I could do without, so I remained passive. You could, well, in fairness, yeah, you could do without being stabbed. But for this supposedly great warrior, he spent no time whatsoever fighting. The sword-wielding girl stepped forward and grabbed the silky underwear from my hand triumphantly. Triumphantly? What has she achieved? Your methods might be crude, but they get results. Hikage. Bind his wrists will bring him in for questioning. He probably know where those pesky thieves have been hiding. Oh, joy. Right. And people who wonder why criminals would resist at all costs. I mumbled weakly while I watched the girl with the naginata tie my wrists together with some rope she had concealed somewhere. With some rope she had killed. I hope it was meant for actual criminals. Yeah. I can't see rope on her. Is it? Okay. Please say it was rope and not beads. This is getting weird. This is why I don't play these things. It makes me sad. It's getting a little bit weird already. Okay. And soon felt myself dragged by the duo towards the direction of the city. Surely once we arrive at the city, you two will stop this role-playing of yours and let me go home, right? Much as I like to fool around, I got more important things to do. Stop twitching! The city we're not taking you all that way. You will spend the day in the village cells. Thief. Who are you calling a thief? I'm a victim. Yeah, in fairness, didn't you see that underwear just go over her face? I'm a victim. First they tossed the undies in my face, then I had to deal with the physical abuse and now even slander. Besides, there's no village around those parts. It's the city, you know. Tusakino Toshi. Is that the name? Please, I will be pronouncing all these wrong. I don't play this thing. Silence, Hikage. If he speaks again before we get to the village, you have my permission to knock him unconscious. Bitch! To Sunday Tyrant. That's basically him calling you a bitch. Yeah, so he went there. And her eyes have been closed for a while now. That's funny. She's just got her eyes closed. Now that's how I was on my way to a jail cell, cuffed and dragged by two girls that I started to suspect were pretty much crazy in the head. You're starting to suspect this? That looks quite nice. That is very pretty. Yeah. But still, you've only just realised this. This is an era of guns. I know in Japan they have this sort of thing. That's like a weapon. But who goes around doling out police justice with a naginata and a katana? I mean, yeah, look, I mean, seriously, they do look cool. And, you know, you look a pretty badass cop. But if I'm holding a gun and you try and arrest me with a katana, I'm shooting you. And I'm sorry, but I think I'll win. When we left the forest behind us, the first thought that filled my mind was panic. The city I had lived in my whole life, it was gone. Yeah, blown up. You got to be kidding me. If I wasn't into Tsukino whatever that is, then where the hell did my hometown disappear to? Hey, no talking. Come on, I don't want to bop you that much. Kinda. Maybe a punch or two. Put some clothes on. I just want to know how the heck he blocked my strike so easily. Well, if you think back to how we did it, he went boop like that. Or boop. I'm pretty sure it was a block rather than a boop. Right, that's it now. All blocks and parries are called boops. Right? So there's no such thing as a parry. And if any other of my videos for the rest of eternity I ever say I parried or blocked it, remind me, it's a boop. I will probably forget. I'll probably forget by the time I next clicked it. What are we talking about? Boop! Right. Your attack had a lot of power behind it, but it was a little bit predictable. Just the right moment, enough pressure behind the counter, and that was the result you saw. My way's easier. But anyway, let me play along for a bit. Where in the world are we? This clearly isn't my hometown. I mean, the buildings look more like they're in sorts of some classic samurai movie. What the heck is a movie? Have we gone back in time? This is Harumaru. It's been here for years. Hi, Kage. I thought I told you to silence him if he spoke. Stop twitching! And her eyes have closed again. Actually, you told me that I could do it. You didn't mean that I had to. Must be tough being her subordinate. Stop twitching! Be silent or I'll silence you for good. How then? Huh? Come on, son. Huh? 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 Come on, son. Yeah. Still need a grenade button. This time it seemed not to be an idle threat, for the girl unsheathed her katana. Hey, up! And rested the tip of the blade against my throat. I already started to regret having played the hero earlier. I told you! I said you'd regret it. But did you listen to me? No! Hopefully there will be someone with more common sense in the village. I think it's several minutes later. Oh god, I hate this. I soon found myself confined within a small room, the stern-looking Sundare tyrant glaring down at me while the other girl, seemingly called Narumi, had at least softened up a little bit. From what I had gathered during the conversation, they had called the village elder to help oversee my questioning. What purpose did these thefts have? Are you just some perverted guy who gets off? I think that's meant to be off. Spelling error! Who gets off sniffing girls' undies? I ought to cut them off. You dare not cut your underwear off. Filthy woman. I already told you I was at the wrong place at the wrong time. Not to mention anything worn by you would likely smell burnt or taste sour. Oh! I will get her some cream for those burns. I couldn't see too well from the cell where they put me, but I was almost certain I could hear Narumi laughing nearby. Where the hell did he come from? Tosakino Dono. Once again, what's that? Dono, what's Dono? Please call down. You mean calm? I'm pretty sure that people who were making these things were wanking as they went along, and that was just like been all sorts of spelling error. You brought him in to learn the reason behind his presence in the forest, right? That is correct. Hayate-san. I believe he is working with the Kitsune. Oh, so the Kitsune must be the fox people. Right, I'm learning. To steal. Pennies. And other under things. Look how uncomfortable she looks. She looks how I feel. Objection. Huh, what are you objecting to, sir? The evidence surrounding the defendant's accusation is fabricated. Narumi-san, could you please answer this question for the judge? Was the defendant, aka myself, anywhere near the Kitsune while you two were chasing them? Hold it. Just who are you calling judge here? Stop shouting or I'll strike you down. She has severe anger issue. Hey, Mio-san, maybe the whole angry accusation thing isn't working. This guy's clearly not a bandit, nor a threat. We could ask him why he was up there in the woods. If he has a valid reason, then sure. If not, then he's a panty thief and we'll use him as a punching bag out in the yard. You are bitches. Finally, and here I thought this was about to become a turnabout case. I sighed deeply, partly amused at how, despite the serious situation, I was able to remain calm by acting like several characters I seen in movies. Alright, yeah. Or games I played before. As long as I wouldn't become an ace prisoner things. Grammar error! This would hopefully end up well. A wise idea, Namurumi-chan. How about you start by giving us your name? Gushiken Tahiro. So why were you inside the forest while our village guards were chasing a pair of thieves? I'm not entirely sure myself. One moment I was praying at a shrine hidden inside the forest, and the next minute I know some weird girl starts talking to me. You are just sounding like you're on drugs. A girl? Yes, with the boobies and lack of penis. Yes, a girl with horns and a scaled tail. Oh god, he's so on drugs. He's just whacked out of his mind. I know it sounds odd, but I could have sworn I saw her before I fainted. Then I woke up inside the forest. Tsukino Dono, Narumi-chan, do you two recall the stories behind the shrine near our village? Forgive me, Hayate-san, I do not recall. I know you said it was a place of high spiritual energy, a sacred place, but I cannot remember everything. Oh, sorry, Uchi-san. Everyone's names just changing every single time. That shrine belongs to Shuri. That sounds like a Russian. A powerful spirit that's watched over our village for as long as we can remember. There's a village why, unlike the Kitsune, we tend to avoid going too deep into the forest. I still think those pests could be gone for good if you just let me go in and find their home. Probably some damp cave on the hill or a dilapidated old wooden house. Bitch is evil. Humans and spirits rarely mingle well, and even if they meet with good intentions. The fact that this lad says that he saw a spirit, and there is a chance he was... Not to mention, did you take a good look at him yet? He seems disoriented and almost out of this world. He has just been beaten up. Mean anything? He did seem to be talking gibberish. He claimed to be from a city near here, but there's nothing like this for miles around. I'm pretty sure he's just smoked something. Right, I'm actually thinking that he's just smoking something. He was also talking about something weird called a movie. And he knows martial moves that I've never seen before. He is still a pervert. Well, you can be all those things. I'm not a pervert. A guy of my age is innocently curious. No, you're a pervert. I will happily admit it. It's perfectly natural. Besides, if you're talking about the panties, they were tossed into my face. I had nothing to do with them to subdue a tyrant. Yep. She twitches again. What did you just call me? I ought to smash you to pieces. Oh, just come on, Ash. Just say beat the shit out of me, you brat. No, oh wait, now I think about it. Those two kids, so it did look they were just abandoning the panties. But Oji-san, what did this all mean? I'm not certain, however, I believe it's unlikely he's working with the Kitsune. Still, I have never heard about a human meeting a spirit like Tsuri. I would almost be bold enough to declare him as someone who isn't from our world. Yeah, it's on drugs. Wait, you're trying to say that I'm in a different world now? Shock horror. That would be the most logical explanation. But I've got an important match to take part in 2 weeks from now. Well, none of us have experienced a situation like this before, so we'll have to think about how to deal with you, or even if it's possible to get you back to your world. You're not welcome here. In the meantime, a stay in the cell for a few hours will not hurt him. He did assault one of the village guards and he resisted arrest. Fair. He can stay here until he rots for all I care, but I expect the elder will wish to talk with you once you are all done here. Hikachi, I am going for a wash. I suggest you do for the same. I'm going for a wash. You basically smell, so go wash yourself. Yeah. I would take offense to that plan that I stink, but it was a hell of a run. Implying that I stink, I was outright saying it. Those fox girls can run fast. Well, of course they're foxes. I still want to know more about those techniques, Takiro-san. If you do happen to stick around, I might want to go a few rounds with you. Not that I'll be able to go anywhere else for the time being. It's only the few hours so we can discuss how to deal with you. Obviously, one like yourself would raise quite some questions among the villagers, so we need to convince them that you're no threat. Threat? And that was how I found myself stuck in a jail, while the guards responsible for my situation decided to leave me be within my cell. Oh, excellent. What misfortune, as if being sent to a different world was bad enough. I'm not stuck in a jail with my only company being a pair of beautiful, majestic Kitsune sisters, you lucky boy. A pair of beautiful... Wait a second. A double, like, cartoony double take. Well? Like Scooby-Doo. Yaha! Yahoo! Hi there, Paddy boy! Sorry, they got thrown in my face. I'm sticking by that story. As I watched, a familiar face appeared at the top of my cell, a blonde woman with golden eyes. As I watched, she flipped over and landed in front of the cell. Waving her hands at me from the side of the cell, the other one appeared, a wry grin on her face. Ah, it's the Undi Archers. If you come to reclaim your hostages, they're already back where they belong. Yeah, she's actually wearing them. Because apparently she only keeps one. Nope, we saw the guards go into the pool and swipe the maiden's silk again. See? And actually pulled out a pair of... Why are you so obsessed? Lacy silken underwear from her sleeve and stretched out with her thumbs, showing off the panty prize to me. I don't care! I mean, I do like girls, but not animated ones. You came back all the way to this village to snatch their underwear again? Besides, I wouldn't call one of them a maiden. The Sun's Tyrant doesn't fit that bill of well. Yeah, she gets done a lot. Stop doing that! The cutie with the katana, you would be quite surprised actually. I happen to believe that she has not even felt her own touch, let alone anybody else. Wow! Getting uncomfortable again. She seems to be far too uptight for that. As for coming back to the village, we have a debt to settle. Let's not wander into that to still imagine her katana lingering near my throat. I smiled weakly while trying to think about what the Kitsune mentioned at the end of her statement. I'm not sure what this debt of yours might be. I do know that you two best get out of here before those two return. You two don't seem to be on the friendly terms with the samurai girls. Wait, if he doesn't stop twitching. If he doesn't know about the death, then we can just run. Oni-sama! Michael, that is not how we do things. She shot. Hang on, it's like... This is the, hang on, that one's sort of like... I'm sort of like... Right, hang on. Right, that one, no, that was... She's like this. There we go. Mastered it. That is not how we do things, young man. Your actions allowed us to escape our situation without harm. It places us in a debt, for which we are now repaying you. You do the magic. Stop twitching! Hi! The young girl walked forward and placed her hands upon the cage's lock. She began mumbling something that I couldn't begin to understand, and her hands started glowing brightly. Being sent to a different world, girls wielding weapons, and now fox girls using magic. Next on the list, I'm going to find a talkative magical sword and be destined to save the world. Please tell me that's not foreshadowing. Still, I was curious to see what this magic would do to the lock, keeping me imprisoned. Ha! Twitch. The glow flared for a moment before fading. There was a hiss and then a sizzle, and the lock dripped to the floor, melted from the cage by the magical light. Well done, Michael-chan. You did very well. Just relax now. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be the most surprised about. The fact that a girl just melted a steel lock, or that I'm starting to set this as a normal thing. This level of magic is extraordinary, Michael-chan. It is quite gifted. But as I've said, we are here to settle our debt, but you would like so we can escort you back to the forest where we encountered you. I do, however, suggest that you decide quickly. The guards do not bathe long. I should know, I have observed them before. Oh, this is getting so weird. Well, I'm certainly not going to stick around, so I'll gladly accompany you two out of here. Maybe I'll finally find my way back home then. Lead the way, peeping Tammy. Machiko Sakura no Machiko Natami. Whatever that meant. Takahiro, but I suggest we keep introductions for when we've successfully escaped. Very well, Takakun, follow. As I was stepping out of the cell, the sound of a familiar voice boomed in the distance. Thieves, crafty kitsune catamaniacs, I'll skin you alive. Why are they obsessed with this? This is getting so weird. I mean, this was I can't deny that some part of me would sit there going, if this was happening in real life, like women stealing each other away, but it's not like, oh, hello. But this is just weird. I think that's our cue to bolt. And with that, the three of us darted out of the prison. So, I am going to leave that here, and that's pretty much all that happened. Very good, that's fine. End of it. Right, I'm going to leave that episode here. Thank you very much for watching. Remember, well, I'm going to say this is going to be a thing now. Quite interesting for me to play games that I don't normally like. If you can think of a game that you think I might find uncomfortable, please do suggest it. Tell me a way I can get it. If they're like 40 quid games, don't expect that. I'm a student. But if they're a couple of quid, I might consider getting it. But yeah, I'm looking for games that make me uncomfortable because you never know. My girlfriend seems to like watching me get uncomfortable. She was certainly laughing at me yesterday while I was playing another game that I found uncomfortable. But yes, so thank you very much for watching. This has been Sakura Spirit, and these are two fox girls that like stealing everyone's underwear. So, thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you all in the next video.